Alright guys, welcome back to another video by Josh Movies, and today I'm going to be talking about Invincible. I'm going to review Season 1 and 2 and Season 3 in this video today. Yeah, this is just my fresh thoughts, which I noted down. So I'm going to go talk about Season 1 now. And Season 1, I reckon, is amazing. Omni-Man is an incredible villain. He's performed really well by J.K. Simmons.
Are you sure?
The build-up to the twist was great.
Are you sure?
And extremely shocking.
Are you sure?
The animation in Season 1 is incredible. Every other character is great. Mark's mother, Mark, Cecil, Donald, Annamaeve, all of them. Mark is very well written. He's a very relatable character. He is written so well. The action is fantastic. The show is very mature. The twists and turns are just pretty dark. It's a very well written season. And the ending of episode 1 really elevates the tension. Yeah, so the final episode of season 1 really spits in the face of Man of Steel, because it shows how to actually do a final act right, where they actually show the repercussions of it, and they don't just have characters smacking into each other for a whole hour, destroying cities and not giving a crap, In this, they actually show Mark trying to save the civilians of, I don't know the city's name, I can't remember it, but he's trying to save the civilians, and it's done incredibly well. Just seeing him try to save everyone is what Superman should have done in Man of Steel, but instead he just smacked Zod into buildings and just left a giant mess and didn't really care about the casualties he has made. So no wonder people started to hate him in Batman v Superman. That's actually valid, Yeah, so I don't really have much else to say. The scene where Omni-Man is destroying Mark and he's like, think! That whole dynamic between them in the last episode is just really hard to watch, but it's so well written. And then he's like,
what will you have after 500 years?
Mark's like,
look at that. I still haven't healed.
And that hurts. And then Omni-Man just looks at his hands. He's like, oh damn it, what have I done? He flies off, tears rolling off his eyes. And it shows that Omni-Man has humanity, and he's not just a genocidal maniac, which he was in this season. He was a messed up guy. So I'm going to talk about Season 2 now. But before I talk about Season 2, I'm going to give Season 1 a rating. So Season 1 for me is a solid 9.5. I think Season 1 is incredible. Not every episode is perfect, but I reckon the last two are just absolute masterpieces in television. Just an amazing show. I really liked Season 1. It blew me away. Season 1 was incredible. Next up, we're talking about Season 2. I think this was an amazing season of television. The animation isn't as strong, and actually, this season actually makes fun of it as well. And I think they also make a joke about, I don't really know the full context, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Season 2, was spread out across, a year. I think, correct me if I'm wrong. But the writing makes up for it anyway. The writing really makes up for it. Mark and Amber's relationship really develops here. It's done very well. The breakup scene is just really emotional and really, it really bites you in the gut. It's just it kind of makes sense. It makes sense, but I don't know if I really like Mark and Adam Eve being together. I just don't know if I'd like that. It will be hard to get used to. It's pretty obvious they're gonna get together, so. It was obvious. It was really obvious. I'm not an idiot, but, like, I'm not sure if I'd like that, you know? The scenes with Mark's mum are, like, great, and they're also very hard to watch, but, like, the person that voices her just does a really good job. I don't know her name. You can comment. I don't even know. I can't even remember her name, like, the character's name. Like, the scene where she's talking to, I believe it was Martian girl's husband, I think, or partner. And that scene's also really hard to watch because I wish we got to see more of that, though. We didn't really see her again, but maybe in season 3 we might, but yeah. Like that twist where, like, that person just gets angry at her for, you know, like, because Omni-Man was a genocidal maniac, so I think they reckon the Crash Show is valid. That, like Martian girl's partner, you know, like, not happy about it, you know, not being happy, like, being pretty angry at Mark's mother for that, you know, like, not telling her, you know, or not telling him, or, yeah, you know, like, I think that just makes a lot of sense. It's very well written, that scene. I wish we got to see more of it, but I'm okay that we didn't, but anyway, maybe in season 3 we'll see more. Rexplode's redemption arc is also incredible. He's a hilarious character, by the way. And, just something I'd like to mention, I found out that, he also voiced, John in the Twits movie, so, what did they do to you? Anyway, he is one of the best written characters in the show. The finale is, like, one of the most intense episodes I have seen, like, in a show, like, for a while. It's, like, it's crazy. Like, it's, like, as soon as, like, I saw the, like, Mark's brother, like, get, like, smacked into a wall, I was like, just beat this guy. Just, like, I was genuinely, like, just defeat this guy, okay? You don't need to kill him, but, like, my goodness, bro. That last, like, one of the last, like, scenes of the episode, like, the best, I reckon this is, like, might be my favorite moment in the show, when Mark just, like, absolutely destroys this guy, Angstrom, and there's, like, blood completely, like, splattered all over him, and he's just like, I killed him. He's, like, gaslighting himself into thinking he had to, but he didn't need to, and it's, like, really well done, and he, like, almost loses his sanity, and then there's, like, these, like, future Guardians come in, and that's when Adam Eve's like, oh yeah, I love you, Mark, you know, tell her that, and then the finale, he just decides not to, which makes sense, and then that means their relationship is gonna develop, which I'm not sure if I like that, but it feels like a natural continuation, so, I feel like I might have missed something. I'm pretty sure the Adam Eve and Mark relationship was, like, teased in season 1. I have a feeling it probably was. I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, Peter Cullen being here is also great. I mean, if you don't know who that is, you're probably living under a rock. The bit where he rips off his beard was wild, and I have a feeling he's probably gonna be a pretty big villain later on. Alan the alien was also great. I'm pretty sure he was in season 1, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's, like, way more prevalent here. And the last scene in this entire season, is when, Omni-Man is like, I think I miss my wife. Like, that hurt me so much. Like, this whole season has been written so well. So well. You know? It's just, like, it's just such an incredible, season of television, season 2. And this is when because when I finished season 2, I'm like, wow, this show's incredible. Like, season 1 I loved, but this is when I was like, wow, this is gonna become one of my favorite shows ever, isn't it? You know, it's just so well written. It's so well written. It is actually an incredible show. Incredible show, bro. I can't wait to watch season 3. I'm gonna love it. I know I'm gonna love it. It's not even up for debate. Yeah, I can't wait to watch more of the show. Anyways, let's move on to season 3. overall, I think season 3 is just an amazing, masterful season. I absolutely loved it from beginning to end. Okay? This season was incredible. It was a bit slow at points, but I still really, really enjoyed it. This is probably the most I have enjoyed Invincible since season 1. And I probably enjoyed this more than season 1 because I reckon there are more episodes in here that are masterpieces. This season is just incredible. Like, I cannot really think of a dull episode, in my opinion. Even the filler episode was amazing. I'm kind of glazing it, but it's still a good episode. It's just not as strong as the other ones. I reckon the way that this season started was like the perfect way to continue everything. It was a really good way to do that. And there's a lot of like shocking reveals this season. In the case of Cecil, for example, he's great in this season. His origin is quite disturbing because we get to see why he is the way he is, and it's quite scary to think about. And he's one of the better characters in the show. He's acted very well, he's written very well, he's easily a top 3 character in the show for me. He's up there with Donald, and he's up there with Mark, and Adam Eve, and all of them, which he might be a top 5 character now, but anyway, I still love him though. He's probably a top 3 for me. Mark and Eve's relationship, it really blossoms here. It was hard to get used to them, because it's like Mark and Amber were great together, so it was a little bit hard for me to get used to it, but after a while it made sense, and I definitely missed something in season 1, but I'm pretty sure they were hyping it up since then. I'm gonna talk about Nathan, which I didn't write down anything about him, but I think Nathan's great. He mainly, I think he's probably the best in this season. I just realized you see him in season 2, but you don't really see him as a superhero in season 2, so this is when you actually see him properly. I think he really develops here. I think the fight scene that he has with Conquest, which I'll talk about later, is great. I reckon Conquest is what Zod should have been in Man of Steel. And not only that, this show basically just destroys Man of Steel in pretty much in almost every regard, which I did rewatch Man of Steel review coming soon. I reckon this season is the perfect way to show the repercussions of a really devastating event. Because in the episode with Powerplex, they really show his vulnerability, and he's very valid in a sense where he's kind of I'm gonna go kill Invincible because he's the reason why my sister and niece died. So he's actually really valid for that, and he ends up, going to a press conference and being oh yeah, Invincible, he killed all these people, and he's he's valid for that. Even though he's a mentally disturbed person, he is valid to think that. Because was in Chicago, or whatever the city was, and I saw a whole building falling over, I would have been really sad about it. I would have been annoyed, I wouldn't know the context. I would just blame Invincible and Omni-Man for it, because, being a civilian in these circumstances would actually be the worst. It would be hell. So I would not want to be in these situations at all. The stuff with Omni-Man this season is also great. They do a lot of really cool stuff with him, seeing him in the prison and stuff, it's really it's really intense, the build up. I do want to see what happened to him afterwards, because I don't really see him after episode 7. We don't really see what happens to him. He obviously escaped, so there's a reason why they're not showing it. So they will probably show more later. So I haven't really talked about Conquest properly, but I have talked about him. He is insane. I don't mean he's an insane character in terms of he's crazy, He actually is crazy though. The scenes with him are great. The introduction of him is so unexpected. You don't expect him to appear in front of Mark and just be I'm here, come fight me. Their fight scene is great. It is great fight scene. There's a lot of twists and turns. Rest in peace to my goat Rex and to the Mauler twins, both of which will probably be getting a tribute video, or maybe in this moment they probably will. Anyway, it's just, this show is just incredible, dude. Season 3 is easily my favorite season of the show. I might as well give it a rating. No, actually, no, before I'll do that, I'll talk about Adam Eve real quick. She has a really good arc in season 3, and they almost killed her off. Because I remember, like, I swear someone said that she died before I watched it, but I don't know, when I saw that, I was like, oh, really? I guess this is the scene where she dies, but she ended up coming back to life. So like, oh, that's really surprising. Because I was like, you know, she got like a whole like brains, guts blown off, which I might not even be able to show that on YouTube because it's just too violent. But like, she gets like absolutely shredded, you know, and then like they get, like, I don't know, like it gets really freaky after that. I'm not gonna get into it, but it gets really freaky. And then you know, she like turns into like this pink like statue thing, and she like defeats Conquest, and he gets shredded, but he almost dies. But then Invincible gives him like the Daredevil beatdown if Daredevil killed Kingpin, and you know, just kills him, you know. So I'm interested to see with what season 4 is going to do. Season 4 is probably going to be one of the darkest seasons, because I reckon they're probably going to have Mark, you know, go full like Punisher and start like eliminating everyone. So he's really starting to show his Omni-Man Viltrumite side, which I'm really interested to see, because that means Omni-Man's probably going to be the good guy now. But I am really excited for season 4. I cannot wait. I need it right now. Then I'm going to rewatch Daredevil season 3. Then I'm going to do a Daredevil re-review if I have time. And if not, I'll do like a catch-up video at some point, like everything I didn't get to review. So I watched Invincible. I finished it. Amazing show. So I'm going to give season 3 a 10 out of 10. I loved it. I don't even care if I'm glazing. This is just an incredible show. Like, I'm just scared to glaze now after my Stranger Things review. To be honest with you guys, I'm just scared to glaze. But yeah, this show is incredible. I love this show. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend the watch. And if you would like to see more videos from me, please give this video a like and subscribe and comment for more if you like my channel and my content. So with all that said, you know the drill at this point. So if you like this video, please leave a like, and if you like this channel, please subscribe. And until next time, peace, y'all. Have a great day.